Hey everybody, welcome to a bonus episode of Supercalifragilistic Awesome Disney Podcast. This is Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
And in this special episode tonight, I'm turning the reins over to Kelly because she is super on brand. She's not just talking about food, she's talking about vegan food.
That's right.
Go for it.
So you've got very little things to say.
I don't have much to offer here.
So we've been hinting at this since July, and finally it's here. We're talking vegan.
Yay.
Now, as I've mentioned before, I'm vegetarian, not vegan. But what I've noticed is that a lot of restaurants, especially at Disney, will offer vegan options as a way to have food that both vegetarians and vegans can eat, right? So sort of kill two birds with one stone. Also, I can tell you as a vegetarian, I was thrilled with all this food. I didn't miss the dairy or the eggs, okay? So let's get this plant-based party started. I'm going to go park by park, telling you my favorite vegan options at Walt Disney World. Many of these items Chris has also tried.
Yep.
So he says he's not vegan, but I've made him try some of these that were awesome.
I'm not scared of it.
You're not scared of it. And you'll chime in whenever you've got some color to add.
Sure.
Now, these items come from several of our trips, and some may not be available during COVID. So just keep that in mind. But they are all recent trips, right? I just started eating plant-based food in the parks a couple of years ago.
Sure.
So many of them are still available. This is also not a comprehensive list. I will link to that in the show notes. This is just a list of what I consider to be the best vegan options at each park. I'm also going to mention a fail that we've tried, but honestly, that's the only one I can think of, right? I was going to say there's very few fails, but really there's just the one.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to mention that. What I will say is if you want to find the best plant-based options when you're at the park, the best thing to do is to search on the Disney Experience app. Yep. These options change regularly. It seems like there's new ones there every time we go, or some things change in and out. So while there may be lists available online, I would say the best thing to still do is going to be to search on the My Disney Experience app. So first, let's hit Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Magic Kingdom, we're going to stop first at one of Chris's favorite restaurants. This is the Cosmic Rays Starlight Cafe.
I love Cosmic Rays.
When we go to Magic Kingdom, we have to stop at Cosmic Rays. It's a favorite for all of us. I love Sunny. So it's something that we need to see. They have a plant-based Sloppy Joe at Cosmic Rays. I'm going to say if you didn't know this was plant-based, I don't think you'd be able to tell. Yeah. They use the Beyond Meat crumbles, which I got to say I've snuck into several of our meals at home. And they've been, met with wide acclaim. And they serve it with a mustard slaw. It's a very hearty meal. I mean, sometimes I haven't even eaten the whole sandwich. Sure. It's pretty hearty. And also very messy, just like a Sloppy Joe should be. And it has a nice kick of acidity from that slaw. You haven't tried the Sloppy Joe, right?
I have like with a fork, I've tried the inside.
Crumbles?
Yeah,
Okay.
the meat part of the Sloppy Joe I've tried.
And what did you remember thinking about that?
I remember thinking it tasted like a Sloppy Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so our next stop is going to be Pecos Bill's Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. This is their Veggie Rice Bowl. Pecos Bill is a build-your-own situation.
Yeah.
So you can go vegan or vegetarian, depending on if you want to toss in cheese and sour cream. But in either case, this is a hearty feeling dish and very similar to what I might get at a local Mexican restaurant if I were doing a bowl. So that's always a good option. Skipper Canteen. If y'all have seen our Skipper Canteen review from season 1, you have already heard me wax poetic about this meal. Yeah. I love this dish. It is a phenomenal dish. I'm talking about the Curried Vegetable Crew Stew. It has rice, vegan bread, an amazing curry sauce, and excellent veggies and fried tofu. I'm telling you, nobody fries tofu like Disney. I could make myself sick on this. They also have the Perkins Thai noodles, which I haven't tried because I love the veggie crew stew so much, but it looks awesome. They have a picture of it on the menu. And they usually have a vegan option for an appetizer and dessert. So if you're using the dining plan, you can get your money's worth off of the appetizer and dessert option. Love Skipper Canteen. Love, love, love. Can't say enough good things about Skipper Canteen. The Impossible Meatloaf from Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yeah, buddy.
We've only been there once. Yep. And I was worried, that because Liberty Tree Tavern is like an all-you-can-eat situation, and I thought, I'll get a salad. Family style. I'll get a salad and some veggies. And we went in and saw that they had a plant-based option for the meatloaf, and I snatched it right up. The meatloaf is amazing.
Yep.
I've never had plant-based meatloaf. And this is made with the Impossible meat.
Right.
It has amazing flavor, great texture, and I would swear that meat eaters can't tell the difference. What did you? I forced you to eat this. What did you think?
That night, I remember having like the traditional turkey dinner type deal.
Yes.
But I tried the meatloaf, the meatless meatloaf, and found myself wishing I had gotten that.
Yeah, no, it was amazing.
That good.
Yes. And they served it with perfectly seasoned green beans and vegan mashed potatoes. Now, look, I'm from the South. Mashed potatoes have cream.
That's a serious business.
Mashed potatoes have cream, and there's a lot of different types of cream that you can put in a mashed potato. I'm personally partial to a few, but in any case, mashed potatoes have cream. But these were awesome. And if you got a bite with potato, meatloaf, and green beans, I mean, you were in vegan heaven.
Yeah, you were also in deep South heaven.
That was an amazing, amazing dish. They also have a vegan appetizer and dessert option. So again, if you're vegan, plant-based, vegetarian, don't hesitate to do the dining plan because they really do have some good options. Remember, these are my favorites. There are also vegan options at Be Our Guest, Plaza Restaurant, Tony's Town Square. So those are not the only vegan options at Magic Kingdom. Those are just my favorites. One thing that I tried that I wasn't crazy about and ended up throwing away, yikes, was the cheese pizza at Pinocchio Village House.
Not good.
Blah. It tasted like fake cheese on cardboard. 0 stars, do not recommend.
Yeah, don't do it.
It was not good.
Go somewhere else. Go across the way and get some ice cream.
Ice cream's not vegan, honey. Go get a churro. And it was, get a salad. That was not good. Yeah. Okay, so let's move over to Epcot.
Okay.
Steamed Asian Dumplings at Le Cellier. Now, Le Cellier is a steakhouse, man, but don't sleep on that. I mean, what we've seen is a lot of the table service restaurants have vegan options, mostly because of the dining plan. Right? You've got people in your party with dietary needs. You still want to be able to go to these amazing restaurants. Sure. These were perfectly cooked, perfect texture, and very, very tasty. I would also like to mention that their Brussels sprouts are vegan, as well as their watermelon salad and Black Forest trifle. So don't sleep on Le Cellier. That steakhouse in Canada is amazing if you're vegan or vegetarian. If you're vegetarian, beer cheese soup.
Yeah, there you go.
There are also plenty of other vegan options at the Garden Grill, Coral Reef, Beer Garden, and Akershus. Did I get it?
Yeah, it's the closest you've ever been.
But honestly, when we're in Epcot, we eat mostly from the booths.
Yeah.
Right. The booths are out year round now. They're typically event themed, right? So right now they're food and wine, but once that's over, a lot of the booths will still be out and they'll still have special foods. So look for the vegan stuff. Right now they've got a vegan booth, the Earth Eats booth, with that Impossible slider, which I dream about, honestly. That Asian slaw on that Impossible slider burger. So good.
I dream about the actual Impossible meat on the Impossible burger.
That Asian slaw put it right over the top. The mac and cheese booth has a lovely plant-based sausage mac and cheese.
Oh yeah,
and there
I
were
remember
plenty.
Trying that.
Yeah, there are plenty of other vegan options. Again, these are just my favorites. Let's hit over at Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Brown Derby, again, one of the nicest restaurants in the parks. Definitely the nicest at Hollywood Studios. They have a Ginger-Lemongrass Pho. So flavorful and frankly fun to eat. It came with 2 little veggie spring rolls that were just nothing short of delightful. I love those little veggie spring rolls. I recommend pairing this with the Margarita Flight. And again, just like
so on brand.
like many of the table service places, they also have vegan appetizers and desserts. My favorite vegan meal, however, in Hollywood Studios is at Cargo Bay or Docking Bay 7 is what it's called. This is the Felucian, Kefta, and Hummus garden spread. Now, don't sleep on Docking Bay 7.
No.
I've had amazing breakfast in there, amazing lunch in there, and you can go right next door and get your little Ronto wrap.
Yep.
And I just sit down in Docking Bay, and I am just happy as a lark in that place. Plant-based meatballs, herb hummus, tomato cucumber relish, and a pita. I cannot say enough great things about these meatballs.
Yeah.
I probably was making some sounds that I shouldn't have made in public while I was eating these things. The amount of flavor packed into this little counter service meal is unbelievable. And I've said this 1,000 times, but I eat way better as a vegetarian and a vegan at Disney than I ever do at home. I would give $12.99 for that meal any day of the week.
Anywhere. Yeah, I remember joining you. I had gone to get the Ronto wrap. I met you in Docking Bay 7, and there you were with that tray of meatballs, and I was like,
a blast.
I'm jealous.
So good. So good. Again, they have vegan options at almost every restaurant at Hollywood Studios. So you're not going to have any issues finding something to eat, even at like Pizza Rizzos, yes. Everybody has vegan options. So speaking of Animal Kingdom, let's hit that. Now, honestly, shouldn't we all be eating vegan at Animal Kingdom? I mean, what do the animals think when they see you chowing down on their buddies? Just take a moment.
Don't yuck our yum.
At Skipper Canteen, they have a build your own bowl option, which can be easily made vegan with their fried tofu. I've already mentioned that Disney fries tofu like nobody else.
They do a good job with fried tofu.
Man,
no joke.
They do. But so you've also got vegan options at Tiffin's, Tusker House, Harambe Market, Flame Tree Barbecue, Restaurant Osaurus. Everybody's got vegan options there.
That's awesome.
We don't usually eat meals at Animal Kingdom. We sort of snack our way through, as we've mentioned in season 1.
Yeah.
But I'm going to rectify that on our next trip.
Yeah, you are.
Just as a reminder, if you want to find plant-based options when you're at the park, it is super easy to search on the My Disney Experience app. You're looking for the little leaf symbol. That's the best way to find it. And in the future, I'm going to do bonus videos, especially for vegetarians, vegan options at Disney Springs, which I'm super excited to put together, and a vegan video just on Magic Kingdom.
That's great.
So stay tuned. I'm excited about that.
Awesome. Way to go.
Yes, and be sure to check us out on the socials, Twitter, Instagram, at SCFADP in both places. For more things Disney, scfadp.com. This will also be a video with photos on YouTube if you haven't seen our YouTube channel yet. So be sure to check us out there.
Yep.
And with that, we hope to
see you real soon.